Welcome to Pod Studio, level up your fluency from trending topics. Today we are going to talk about Meta AI, tools and integration.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we are diving into something that's, well, rapidly becoming part of our digital furniture. Meta AI. I mean, for a lot of us, it's not really about choosing an app anymore, is it? It's just there, right inside Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, those big four we use pretty much constantly. So our mission today for you is to really get a handle on this. What is this AI that's so deeply embedded? Why did Meta go for this integration strategy? Makes it feel pretty different from, say, Google Gemini or Siri, and we need to look at where else it pops up, like smart glasses. And maybe the biggest question, how much control do you, the user, actually have over this thing?
Yeah, it's fascinating when you kind of step back and look at the big picture. Meta's goal here, it seems, isn't just another chatbot. They're really positioning Meta AI as potentially the ultimate personal virtual assistant. That's a big claim. And the way they're trying to get there, focusing hard on stuff beyond just text, multimodal inputs, understanding different languages, and making it all feel seamless, almost invisible sometimes.
Okay, let's unpack that. You mentioned multimodal. Let's start there. Meta AI is this free, seemingly unlimited assistant across all their apps. But multimodal, what's that mean in plain English?
Right, it's a key term. Basically, it means the AI can interact using more than just text. It can understand and respond to voice commands, sure, but also visual information. Think images, maybe even live video down the line. It's designed to process the world kind of like we do, not just the words you type into a box.
Okay, visual data too.
Interesting.
And the engine powering all this. That's Llama, right?
Yeah.
Large language model, Meta AI. And the current version is Llama 3.3. Came out late last year, December 2024.
Exactly, Llama 3.3.
Yeah.
And understanding that is kind of crucial to understanding the performance. It's what they call an instruction-tuned model. So think of it less like a general encyclopedia and more like a really well-trained apprentice. It's been specifically honed to follow instructions and complete tasks accurately. Precision is key. And the specific version we're talking about, the main text one, it's built on a 70 billion parameter setup, 70B. That number sounds abstract, I know, but it gives you a sense of the sheer complexity, the processing power needed. It's like having this huge brain ensuring the responses are detailed and, well, hopefully accurate, gives it that enhanced capability.
Right, 70 billion parameters. That sounds huge.
Yeah.
How do they possibly get something that powerful onto, like, a phone? Or even smaller, those smart glasses you mentioned.
That's the clever bit, isn't it? Meta's already said they plan to release models with much smaller parameter counts down the road. These smaller versions will be specifically optimized for mobile devices, for wearables. It's like they're trying to miniaturize the performance, keeping that instruction following ability, but in a much smaller package. Makes that power portable.
Okay, makes sense. Let's pivot a bit then, talk about the competition. If Meta AI is doing all this, blending in everywhere, how does it really stand out from the AI assistants we already, kind of live with?
Good question. Because we have distinct categories already, don't we? You've got Google Assistant, now Gemini, often focused on productivity searching, managing calendars, that sort of thing. Then there's Amazon Alexa, Apple Siri, generally more task-oriented, controlling smart home stuff, setting reminders, quick jobs. Yeah. And then you have the conversational AIs like ChatGPT or even Snapchat's My AI. Their main thing is the chat experience itself.
So where does Meta AI fit? Does it pick a lane?
Well, that's the interesting part. It seems like Meta AI doesn't just pick one lane. It tries to blend all of them. Their strategy seems unique in that way. It's about making AI an everyday experience tied into the social aspect, not just a tool you open deliberately. It's more subtle. It's helping you create content, maybe suggesting replies, shaping your interactions almost without you noticing sometimes. That embedding makes it powerful, makes the network stickier.
Stickier. That sounds like a smart business move, maybe. But is it actually good for the user? Or is this subtle integration just, well, forcing adoption? Because it really is deeply integrated. You can jump in without you asking, or you can call it up instantly in any chat, even group ones, just by typing @MetaAI.
Right. The idea is to be right there where the conversation is happening, reduce friction, make it almost omnipresent. Although it's worth noting, they did listen to some feedback and recently launched a standalone Meta AI app. So if you just want the chat or search features separate from Facebook or Instagram, that option now exists.
Okay, a standalone app. That's a bit of a concession, maybe. And this omnipresence, it goes beyond just the chat bar too, doesn't it? Into search and discovery.
Correct. They talk about a contextual experience, which basically means the AI integrates into the search functions within the apps themselves. So it tries to make discovering content more intuitive, basing suggestions on what you're currently looking at in your feed or what you just searched for. It's constantly trying to interpret your immediate context.
All right, let's talk features then. It's not just text, as you said. What about these multimedia capabilities? They sound pretty advanced.
They are quite comprehensive. You can, for instance, take a photo, send it straight to Meta AI, and ask it to identify something in the picture. Or you can use natural language, just type what you want to edit the image, add a filter, change the background, maybe even generate a whole new picture based on the original.
Wow, okay. Image generation and editing on the fly. What about communication? Voice, languages.
Yeah, the voice interaction is designed to feel more natural, less robotic. And the language support is pretty broad already. We're talking English, French, German, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, and importantly for global reach, Hindi, including the Hindi Romanized script, which is widely used.
And the celebrity voices. I saw John Cena, Kristen Bell, Awkwafina mentioned. Is that actually useful or more of a gimmick? Maybe to distract from the aggressive integration?
Ha! Well, probably a little bit of both, wouldn't you say? It definitely adds a layer of fun, maybe personalization, encourages people to try it out. I mean, choosing Awkwafina to give you the weather forecast, is it essential? Probably not. But it gets headlines, gets people talking. Using it initially, novelty factor is strong.
Fair enough. Speaking of usage, let's look at the rollout. It's already in 21 countries beyond the U.S. Places like Canada, India, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. It's spreading fast.
But, and this is a big but, it hits a major roadblock, the European Union. Meta AI is currently not available in the EU, and that brings up a really critical point about global AI regulation.
Right. What's the holdup in the EU? What's the specific issue?
It boils down to the EU's new AI Act. It's quite strict. The law demands that companies like Meta provide detailed summaries of the data they use to train their big models, like Llama. Now, given Meta's, let's say, history with data privacy lawsuits and regulatory battles in Europe, they seem hesitant to provide that level of transparency about their training data. It puts them in a tough spot. Reveal potentially sensitive details about how Llama was built, or miss out on a massive market like the EU.
Wow. Yeah, that really highlights the tension between innovation speed and regulation. Okay, let's shift gears again. Beyond the apps, onto hardware. This is where it gets, I don't know, more personal. The Ray-Ban Meta glasses.
Exactly. This is Meta AI stepping out of the screen and into your physical world. These glasses can use what they see to help you, like the example of remembering where you parked your car that uses the camera and location data. It fundamentally changes the AI from something you type at to something that's kind of observing and assisting in real time.
How does that live assistance actually work? Is there a specific command?
Yep. There's a wake phrase. You say, "Hey, Meta, start live AI." That basically activates a live feed from the glasses to the AI. The AI can then analyze what you're looking at and offer help or information based on that real-time visual input. And for travelers or just communicating across languages, there's, "Hey, Meta, start live translation." That triggers automatic translation. Currently supports English, French, Italian, and Spanish for the translation feature. But, and this is important, these specific AI features on the glasses are currently limited, only available in the US and Canada right now, even though the glasses themselves are sold elsewhere.
Okay, that's a really crucial detail for anyone thinking about buying those glasses outside the US or Canada.
Yeah.
Are there other devices where we should expect this AI to show up?
Oh, absolutely. The MetaQuest S3 mixed reality headset is a big one, central to their whole metaverse strategy and heavily reliant on this AI. Plus, they've got that partnership with Oakley for more smart glasses. Prices starting around $399, I think, with a limited edition already up for pre-order. So yeah, smart eyewear is clearly a huge focus for embedding this AI even more deeply into daily life.
Okay, and one last thing before the big question about turning it off customization. Can users sort of build their own Meta AI experiences?
To some extent, yes. There's something called Meta AI Studio. But again, caveat, it's currently a US-only feature. It lets regular users, and businesses too, create their own custom AI chatbots. They call them AI characters. The cool part is you supposedly don't need deep programming skills. But Meta is putting guardrails up. They're requiring that any response from these custom AIs has to be clearly labeled as AI generated. Transparency is mandated there.
Right, transparency is key. Okay, so we've seen how deeply integrated this AI is in the software, how it's moving into hardware. Which brings us to the question probably on a lot of your minds. Can you just turn it off? Get rid of it?
And the answer is Well, it's kind of a fundamental shift. The short answer is no. You cannot completely disable Meta AI across Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger. It's built in. Like, you can't just uninstall a core part of your phone's operating system. You can only manage its presence. And that usually means muting the chatbot features.
Let's just pause on that. No off switch. It's essentially mandatory. Meta's decided the AI is a permanent layer. You can't opt out, only temporarily silence it.
Exactly. Meta seems to be defining the AI almost as infrastructure now, necessary for the platform to work the way they envision it, not just an optional add-on. And the implications of that, especially in social apps and private messaging, are pretty significant. It changes the user's expectation of control, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
So, since you can't fully opt out, we need the practical advice. How do you mute it? Let's give people the how-to.
Okay, yeah. The basic process is about silencing notifications or messages from the AI chat within each app.
Let's use Instagram as the main example, make it concrete. So you open Instagram, go to your messages, you'll see that rainbow circle for Meta AI, maybe in the search bar, or as a contact. Tap that. Now in the chat window with Meta AI, look for the little info icon, usually an eye in a circle, probably top right. Tap that. Then you should see a mute option, often with a bell icon. Tap mute, and then toggle mute messages on. And here's the key part, it asks for how long. You have to choose duration. An hour, 8 hours, 24 hours, maybe until I change it, which might be the closest to off, but it's still just muted. It's a delay, not deletion.
Right. And it's a very similar process in WhatsApp and Messenger. Find the chat with Meta AI, go into its settings or info screen, find the mute option, and choose a time limit. You're muting notifications or the chat itself for a set period.
Okay, so manage, don't remove. Got it.
And when you piece all this together, the power of Llama 3.3, this aggressive integration, the hardware push, the lack of an off switch, you see why Meta is projecting such huge numbers. This near mandatory integration is the engine behind their prediction that Meta AI will be the world's most widely used AI assistant by the end of this year. The scale is already staggering. They're reporting over 400 million people interacting with it monthly and 185 million using it weekly across their platforms. That kind of adoption, driven by deep integration, is really something else.
So wrapping this up, what's the big picture takeaway for you listening? Meta is making a huge bet here. They believe that making AI essentially unavoidable, weaving it into social life, image creation, search, even your glasses, is the path to mass adoption, even if control just means hitting mute for a while. And that leaves us with a final thought, something for you to chew on. Given that Meta AI is designed to be constantly observing, assisting, suggesting, even seeing through your glasses, does this kind of seamless, integrated, basically mandatory AI fundamentally change what we even mean by a personal assistant? What does personal mean when it's built in and always on?